Today, I'm always glad when we see this man come in. He just flies in and out of here on, we have a runway right outside this room. No, I'm just kidding. Kevin Baker, of course, is Executive Director, Piedmont Triad International Airport, a very busy man, and we appreciate you taking a few minutes with us. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jim.
I want to talk about direct service out of PTI. You hear people debating that all the time, and what flights are direct and this kind of thing. And I'm guessing in your position, aside from handling economic development and job growth and all these things, you also get sort of hear personal stories and get questions and comments. Relate something to me.
Sure. Yeah. Some folks really do want direct flights. And one thing that we like to tell folks is that you can get to about 250 markets with one connection out of our airports, really well connected in terms of airports in markets of this size. But with direct connections or direct flights, we have just about 15 or 16. So yeah, there are definitely those who want a direct flight and believe that that there should be flights to all sorts of markets. I'll tell you just a great story on that. This is a very data-driven industry, right? And the airlines know where the passengers are and what choices they're making. So there's a thing called Passengers Daily Each Way, PDEW, PDUs, they call it. And that is a measure of the number of people who want to go from one airport to another every day. So for instance, to give an example, LaGuardia, there's about 300 people who want to go from here to LaGuardia every day, and about 300 people who want to go from LaGuardia to PTI.
Okay.
Not the same people, obviously,
right,
average numbers. Right. And the airlines use that kind of data to determine how much they're going to serve a market, et cetera. So a classic example of someone who wanted direct service. I'm sitting at my office eating lunch one day. And all of a sudden, this is 5-10 years ago now, and I look up, and do you remember the movie Poltergeist?
Yeah.
And there was the little lady who was the medium.
Yeah.
Carolyn. Yeah. I look up from my desk, and that lady, I swear it was that lady, it wasn't her for real, it looked just like her, about this tall, had a rollerboard bag that was about the same size as her, and she said, I want to talk to Kevin Baker. And I went like this, I said, I haven't seen him. And I said, I'm kidding. I said, well, how can I help you? And she says, well, I'm mad because I can't get a direct flight to see my son. And I said, well, where's your son live? And she said, International Falls, Minnesota.
Wow.
So guess what the PDUs are to International Falls?
Negligible.
0.1.
Yeah.
So,
because nobody's going to go from Greensboro to,
Right, not on a daily basis, but this lady, and fairly so, because she doesn't understand the business. She thought that there should be a flight that one day out of 10, she can fly on it and be the only passenger,
right.
And so that's something that we deal with. I mean, folks have to understand that, markets drive, numbers of passengers, and the airlines know those, and the airlines are going to set up their schedules based on that.
Right. And there are some really good direct flights. So just name a couple of cities that people can leave from Greensboro and go to, right, just like that.
Yeah, I mean, so, you've got the New York airports, the D.C. airports, then you've got Philadelphia, you've got Atlanta, Charlotte, Dallas, Denver, new Denver flight, O'Hare,
right.
In Chicago. So we've got a lot of Florida airports. We've got connections to all of the major hubs, all the way as far west as Denver.
Right.
And when you can get to those hubs, you can get to the cities beyond them.
Absolutely.
That's how you get this 250 roughly with one flight.
Right. And I'll just say as a personal testimony that it's just very convenient when you're flying out of PTI. I mean, every aspect of it, getting through and checking in and that kind of thing, it's just a world of difference between that and going to some other airport out of town. And who wants to drive to Charlotte or Raleigh and get into all that mess? Hey, before time runs out on us, I was going to ask you, because I'm not going to see you again for a while. Holidays are coming up, Thanksgiving and Christmas. A lot of travel goes on there. Anything you think people should keep in mind for holiday travel?
Yeah, we think it's going to be a busy holiday season again. And, I think it's kind of the standard message to everybody that around that time of the year, Thanksgiving is the biggest travel time of the year. Around those times that they should obviously give themselves more time, and they should check with their airlines. Today, it's easy. Look on your phone, see where the plane is. Just check it,
right.
Check in on where things are, and pay attention to that before they come to the airport.
All right, up on the screen, I hope you'll visit this website, everybody, flyfrompti.com. That's very simple, flyfrompti.com. Gives you all sorts of information about flight schedules, and you can also read things about the board and how people do things over there. It's a great website. Look, I'm not going to see you probably for a few months, so in advance, happy holidays.
And to you.
Thanks for all you do.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back after this.